You know how fast you were going?
What? How fast you were going?
I don't know. 10?
8.
Be advised, this is an explicit podcast, so if you're easily offended, get your panties twisted into a knot, turn this off before you get butthurt and mad, start to cry, have to run to your safe space. All opinions are those of the host and his guest and do not reflect the opinions of any government agency. Welcome to MOTORCOP Chronicles podcast. I'm your host, as always, the Iceman.
The Iceman cometh.
Yes, that's me. We have a guest in the studio today. I don't know. Let's see if we can get them started up here. Y'all have heard me talk about him before.
The Tale of the Tot.
Behold the humble Tator Tot.
That's right. The Tator Tots in the clubhouse. Of course, he can be a full patch member because he is a full-time motor cop. My current partner in crime. No, well, hold on. We're not crime. In law. I did that on purpose.
Crime and law? That's what
Crime and law. So let's welcome him. Say hello, Tot.
Hello.
Now, we're going to get this out the way before I even answer my questions because he keeps wanting to bring it up. How he came to the name of the Tator Tot. Because he's going to tell you, he don't even like tater tots. He likes onion rings.
Yeah, I'm more of an onion ring guy. Don't even really like French fries.
He thinks I sound like, maybe in person I do, I don't know. Robert and April disagree. As you'll hear in that episode, go back and listen to the Robert and April episode. But he thinks that I sound like Ron White in person and some of my mannerisms and stuff like that. So he decided he was going to call me Tater Salad. Mm-hmm. So I told him, fine, if I'm Tater Salad, you're going to be the sidekick Tater Tot. So thus the name Tater Tot.
That is the true tale of the tot.
Yes, that's how he became Tater Tot. If he puts cheese and bacon on the tots, he might like them. I know Bam, she loves the tots. She loves tater tots. Every time we go to Sonic, tater tot, tater tot, tater tots. So he needs to expand his horizon into.
I'm not saying I never eat them. They're not my favorite.
You don't have to like them to be named after them.
You gave me the name.
I gave you the name. So.
That's right. It's on the back of the helmet, too.
Yep, it's on this helmet. I got Tater Salad on mine for the time being.
It's staying.
One day, I do have an Iceman sticker to put on it.
And Tater Tot's coming off.
And that's why I haven't taken it off, because he don't want to wear Tater Tot if I don't have Tater Salad. Like Kirby has it on his. Hopefully one day we'll get Kirby's partner Squidworth on here. Remember we talked about him? Little skinny fucker needs to eat some food with no ass at all. So we're going to get into questions. What is your favorite movie?
Favorite movie? Even though he's the main star, played football for the University of Alabama, I am a Forrest Gump fan. Love the movie. Every time I'm channel surfing, my wife don't like it too much. Every time I'm channel surfing and I see Forrest Gump in the guide, I got to stop and start watching it. And I'll watch at least, 30, 40 seconds of it till she speaks up and says, this again? I'm like, well, but I do. I mean, I know the movie damn near
word for word.
I've watched it so many times. I do like it. It's a long ass movie too, so that's a lot of words to remember.
I do enjoy that movie a lot. Me and Bam, we got two movies that we do that to. If I see it, if we're scrolling and see it, I'm gonna stop and watch it. The Wizard of Oz and Grease. It's ones we're gonna stop and just start watching.
The wife likes Grease.
I I love Grease. They're not. Yeah. We tried to watch that Grease live when they did. I had to turn it off. You just can't redo original artwork like that. You know, Olivia Newton-John was very hot in her black leather pants at the end. My favorite part of the movie. But I do like Forrest Gump because I do know what love is, Jenny. I'm not a stupid man.
Yeah. Jenny was a hoe, though.
Yeah, she basically, if it would have been farther up in time instead of, she'd have been a crack hoe.
That's right.
But she was shooting needles at the time. So, but yeah, she was a hoe. But Forrest loved her.
Forrest did love her.
And he was rich. What is your favorite TV show?
I got several. It depends. I mean, I like, again, channel surfing. If I'm, at the house by myself, just trying to find something. There's always a rerun of 2.5 Men. I like that. I always thought that show was funny. But
that was the one with Charlie Sheen.
Charlie Sheen.
I never watched that show. Yeah.
I find it funny. Some people don't. I do. More recently, I guess the wife and I have been watching Yellowstone here lately. It's pretty good.
We've had a lot of people tell us about that show.
Yeah.
The crazy cat lady's like all up into the Yellowstone. I talked to her the other day. All she's talking about was that damn TV show.
Yeah, I'm more of a movie guy than TV guy, but like I said, the wife and I watch a few shows here and there. Yellowstone's the one we own now. We'll catch something on Netflix. And
a couple weeks back, all I heard was Ozark from you.
Ozark, yeah. And they're saying it's like 2 years before the next season comes out. Ozark was pretty good.
Netflix got some good shows. The only thing is you binge watch it, and then you got to wait like 2 or 3 years, and you got to go back and watch the damn thing because you forgot everything that happened on it.
Right.
That's why I think I watched 13 Reasons Why twice, just because all the other ones come out, and I forgot what happened on the first one. What is your favorite drink, your beverage of choice?
Snapple Apple.
Oh, Jesus. That's Kirby is a Snapple Apple guy. I've never seen you drink Snapple Apple.
I actually tried it for the first time. My parents came to the house a couple weekends back. My mom brought a case of it. I tried it. It's pretty good, but no. My favorite depends on if if my wife's with me and I have a designated driver, then I'm usually on some type of Crown product and Sprite, maybe like a Crown Apple and Sprite, or just regular Crown or Crown Black, whatever. Some type of Crown and Sprite normally is my go-to on whiskey. But normally, if I don't, like tonight, I'm on my own. I'm just Michelob Ultra or Miller Lite, something like that. Beer.
Not the beer drinker. He is partaking in some Old Smoky's delicious peanut butter flavored whiskey with the cran grape juice.
I thought about bringing you the moonshine pickle, but
you can keep the deuce juice shit. I'd save it and give it to Freebird next time you come over.
It's good, man.
There's nothing good about anything pickled. Y'all can all keep it. Bam's got the fucking pickle juice in the refrigerator. I told her she don't hurry up and drink that shit. It's going in garbage because it just makes me nauseated just to look at it. It's nasty. But I was on the salted caramel. Old Tennessee, it's great. But my new go-to right now is the peanut butter. Is peanut butter deliciousness, like drinking a peanut butter jelly sandwich with alcohol.
It's good. Like I said, you fixed me one a little while ago. I'm trying it for the first time.
Very delicious.
It's not bad.
The sheriff's secretary, I was talking to her about it about last week or so, and she actually sent me a text with a picture of it telling me thank you and how delicious it was. So you people listening out there want something delicious, go get you some peanut butter whiskey and some cran grape. I tried it with the straight grape, wasn't a fan. I like it with the cran grape. I don't know, I guess the cranberry is a little bit sour, so I don't know. It's not so sweet with the cran grape. So, Old Smoky, one day maybe you'll hear me and send me some free shit. I want some free shit, Old Smoky. I'll promote the shit out of you. He has partaken in some of the unicorn titty milk last year at motor competition, so I didn't have to give him any of that because we all know unicorn titty milk is also very delicious. Not
main
people
thing I
to
remember
go.
motor competition last year was that Purple Passion.
Oh, the purple daiquiris. God, that shit is so delicious. We would start. They'd open at 10 o'clock. They had a daiquiri place. It's like walk right across the street. 10 o'clock they open. And we started drinking purple daiquiris at 10 o'clock in the morning.
Pretty much.
Every week.
Every day.
For
Every
a
day.
week.
For a week.
Yes.
Well, once I got out of, but yeah, after that,
Yeah, you were stuck in jury duty.
you're
for a
stuck in
little
jury
while.
duty, fool.
You did get out of that eventually.
Eventually.
Got out of it. So we talked about the TV shows and all of that stuff like that. Oh, yeah. I already know this answer, but I'll ask you. Are you a 10 or 15 over guy?
That depends. Early in my career, I worked for a small town, and that's pretty much all we did was wrote tickets. So I was a pretty strict, 11 over guy, and I had an open door policy. Being if my door opened, you got a ticket. That's just the way I was. I mean,
Kind of like me still today.
yeah, but we don't have doors anymore.
No,
yeah.
but you work with me.
Right.
Pretty much if I stop you, you're getting a ticket.
Yeah, then you get mad whenever hey, bro, that's so and so's wife. Oh, yeah, okay. But anyway, early in my career, I was a 11 over guy. Since I've been with the sheriff's office, I've kind of slacked up a little bit. I'm more of a. It's going to take about 13 before you even get my attention. I'll stop at 13. Not necessarily mean I'm going to write at 13. Chances are I won't. But 15 and over, you're pretty much getting a ticket.
You drugged the shit out that question, didn't you?
Yeah, I did. Like I said, it depends, man. It's not just cut and dry, Everything's not so cut and dry in life,
I live in a gray area. I just like writing tickets. I just write all the tickets.
Yeah, we know.
He knows. We'll be with somebody like he'll get him. It's like good thing he got you because if I got you, you'd be getting written right now.
And like we were talking about earlier at work. I mean, you like writing tickets and you write everybody and I was like that at one time and my first ticket I ever wrote was to the city's clerk of court when I was like my first day on the job, my first day cut loose out in my patrol car by myself, and 36 and a 25 and stopped her and wrote her ticket and never told me a word and showed up at the courthouse later on that day and she's like, hey, I'm like, oh Lord.
Well, I will say this. I do. Our sheriff, and I ain't like I said, I ain't no butt kisser, but he can vouch for you. The man's never called me and bitched me out of me writing somebody prominent or anything like that. He just lets me write it, and whatever happens after that happens. I really don't care, but he's never told me, hey, don't you do this or that or this or that. He lets me do my job, and he does his job. Because I wrote wasn't in our parish, but it was a mayor's wife a ticket. I wrote
Been there.
our major now. I wrote his aunt a ticket. Couldn't find out she was on the phone with the sheriff's wife at the time because they're best friends. But I've never heard anything about. Well, of course, I also stopped the sheriff that day. Remember?
Yeah, and the major.
And the major in the vehicle. So, no, I did not write that ticket, if you're wondering.
Yeah.
But I did pull the sheriff over. Yes, I did.
Almost got run over by the major one time.
Yeah, the major almost did run me over one time. But
Pulling a boat.
pulling the boat, yeah. Wasn't paying quite attention. Then he tells me that I'm going to get my ass run over. I'm like, you need to pay more attention. I was talking to the sheriff about it. The sheriff told me, well, just write him a ticket next time. I'm like, yeah, I don't think I'm going to write the major a ticket.
Like I said, while we're on the topic of tickets, you got that, where you're working at now. I mean, you got that luxury of you just don't know as many people as I do around the parish. And
Yeah, I'm 3 years, a little more at the department now. I don't quite remember, but you've been there, what, 12, 14, 15 years? Something like that?
I'll make, 14 in December at this department.
Plus, he lives in that parish,
Yep.
and he's been there a long time, so
My wife is from that
he-
parish.
yeah, so he knows people. I don't live
She has
there.
a big family.
I don't live there. Wasn't raised there. Had ever been there really before I started working there. So they said I have that luxury. Well, I don't know anybody. I'm starting to meet some people here and there, but I don't know who's who or what's what or who's related to who or, you know, whose daughter.
I help
he
you out
does.
on that.
One day I was about to, he's like, hey, that's so-and-so's daughter. I'm like, who's that? He's like, he's one of our detectives. Which I know the man now, but I didn't know him from Adam at the time, you know. And so, yeah, I do have that luxury. Today, we got called to a funeral, which is not uncommon. They call us on the radio, say, hey, we need to go such and such church. It was probably, what, 8-9 minutes away from
Something like that.
And next little town over in the parish from the one we were sitting in. Said, oh, they said they're going to be ready in like 40 minutes. We always like to get there a little bit early, so we went ahead and left. So we get there, you know. This was at like 11:02. We got this call. They were going to be ready in 40 minutes. Yeah, well,
2 hours later.
2 hours later, when we finally get to leave, then the guy, they were putting like in one of these above ground concrete tomb things. The guy, two guys, he asked if we could block the road so he could get back his truck in. Well, we did. Well, he went to back his truck in, and I didn't see it. The Tot saw it. Said he backed straight into somebody's grave.
I heard it too.
Like twice.
Well, you seen he was. I don't know if you see all that either. I was in front of you, but he was having issues when he's backing up to the grave to put the top on. He was having issues with his front tires going over the curb. So he kept pulling forward, backing up, and when he finally got it up over the curb, just when wham, he backed into one of the graves that had already been there.
So we ended up having to stay out there even another 30, 45 minutes because he couldn't get all the way in because of the grave. So the front end of his truck is sticking out past the fog line on this state highway, which is as a speed limit. I don't think it's 65 right there.
It's
but
45 right now.
But everybody's doing 65.
Yeah.
So we had to stay out there and block the lane. And here we go. They must have picked up the top of this tomb up 8 freaking times, up and down, up and down, up and down. I mean, I'm like, really? They finally fucking get it up. I'm like, ain't rocket science shit. I'm like, just choke up on it a little more, and you can get it up. Finally, they figured it out, and this is this man's job.
I sent you a couple emojis about that.
Yeah, because I wasn't happy. But I was like, really, this is fucking just ridiculous bullshit. I mean, we already spent, 2 hours at a 40-minute funeral, and now I'm waiting, and the whole time I'm just sitting there looking at the mirror. I'm waiting to get rear-ended, and then we hear a hit and run at the bank parking lot. First of all, it's not going to be a hit and run. It's going to be a damaged property because it's on private property. The shift sergeant worked that zone, and he got it because we were like 10, 15 minutes away from it.
At least.
So we go on over there anyway. Pull up. The man came back. The bank called him and said, hey, this lady saying you hit her car and all that stuff like that. So he didn't even realize he hit anything. Came back and we get out and we're both looking at the back of this car.
I walked all the way around the suspect's car
And
twice.
I'm sitting there looking, I was like, what happened? It's like, well, he said that this guy backed into her. There, the bumper was dirty. There wasn't even a spot where the fucking dirt was messed up on this car. I'm talking, there was not a scratch, a dent, a scuff mark, no paint transfer, nothing.
Even the spot that she was trying to say was damaged, you could still see the,
road grime.
Yeah, like the water spots from the rain earlier today.
Not one. I mean, you couldn't see. There was nothing on his car. Nothing on her car. This woman was pitching a fit, saying, "What a guy threw." I wasn't in the car, but my husband. I don't know who he was. Some man, husband, wife. I mean, husband, boyfriend, son. I don't know who he was. Said he felt the car rock. I'm like, okay, I'll stay in that conversation because I'd have been like, lady, there's nothing wrong with your car at all. And she's saying, well, something behind there may be damaged. Like, really? I'm like looking like, really? If something behind it was damaged, the front of it would be fucking
Yeah,
damaged.
there's no chips, nothing on the paint, but you think your
Nothing.
inner bumper's damaged.
Yeah, the inner bumper. She must have internal injuries on her car. I don't know. She'll probably claim that it's fucking leaking oil now and driving crooked
Oh, I'm
down the
sure.
highway, wanting to sue this guy. And I mean, zero damage. I looked at the sergeant. I said, "I'll write this if you want." No, I got it. I said, "I know my second sentence would be, I was unable to locate any damage on any vehicle," because the way she was talking, after doing this long enough, Todd will tell you, you can tell when somebody's just looking to sue somebody else over some
She went to
bullshit.
changing her story a little bit toward the end there too, and she was really, being real animate that, well, I wasn't in the vehicle, he was. You know,
Yeah.
I mean,
Like I was saying, he's going to have whiplash, brain damage. He's going to get home. He's going to have erectile dysfunction and anal leakage from supposedly this car. Fucking, I mean, we got bumped in the parking lot. Now he's just shitting all over himself. I mean, it's because of the crash. It loosened his ass up. I mean, it's going to be something. She's going, we need $10,000 to fix his butthole.
the sad thing is, if she makes a claim and fights it hard enough, that
They're going to pay it because it's cheaper for them to pay it and not go to court. That's why we pay such a high insurance fee. It's because motherfuckers want to call, these lawyers. They got billboards all over. I think there was a thing on the news not too long ago with the whole state. Yeah, they were talking about, how do I want to put it? You might have saw it where state of Louisiana has like more billboards and like stuff for civil attorneys wanting to sue people than I think any other state in the country.
I remember seeing something on the news a while back about
They were trying to do something like
some type of tort reform. It got shot down.
limit
Insurance. I seen some type of insurance tort reform or whatever, and they shot it down. But I don't recall exactly anything about billboards.
It was there. I don't remember what it was. But anyway, she's probably gonna call one of them lawyers.
Oh, well.
Because whoever he was, significant other, whoever that he's gonna have medical problems now because the car was hit so hard it didn't leave a scratch on it. But he's having nightmares over it, and like I said, everything else. And he'll get money because it's cheaper to give him $10,000 than it is fight him in court.
Yeah.
So you tell me, since I've been rambling on here, we're supposed to be here listening to some of your stories. I know you wrote yourself some notes.
Yeah, I made a few. See if I can get to them here. You did ask me what my favorite restaurant was.
What's your favorite restaurant? Chi-Chi's. For all you younger people out there, that was a restaurant that no longer exists anymore.
Actually, a favorite restaurant in Paul Rand's in Baton Rouge, but I also wanted to give a little shout out to Jersey Mike's Subs with that number 56 Big Kahuna cheesesteak. You ever had that?
I ain't never heard of Jersey Mike's.
That's about 18 inches of pure awesomeness if you ain't never had that before. So just throwing it out there. It's
I think that was a title on some porn clip or something.
Yep.
18 inches of pure awesomeness.
Never been told that before, have you?
No, they'd have to tell me that like 10 times.
Well, since we're going to talk about stories, I guess I'll talk about my first story ever. The reason why I call it that is
Because it's the first story.
first story ever in my career. I was a young rookie. Well, I mean, I wasn't young whenever I got started. I was actually 24, 25 years old when I got started in this career. So I was
young.
a little bit late. Yeah, a little bit later than some, though. I mean, I know some guys that got started when they was, fresh out of high school. But my very first story happened probably the first week that I was cut loose on my own, which if you give me the opportunity later on, I'll talk about that too. But so I was working day shifts that day, and PD I worked for at the time, we didn't have take-home units, nothing like that. This is, back in 2003, small PD. So we all kind of met up in the parking lot of the PD in the mornings or in the evenings when we made shift change and swap cars out. Cars got, forget exactly what we called them, but they got hot ran. Like I ran it one day, then my guy coming in behind me would jump in it, and he ran. Them cars got ran pretty much 24/7.
They're like 24 hours a day.
Yeah. So we're sitting in the parking lot, and we're shooting the shit, talking about what happened last night, the night before, whatever, and our dispatch comes across the radio and tells us report of shots fired in one of the projects and housing projects there in the city. So they're coming off, we're coming on. This small town we lived in, we don't get a whole lot of shot fired calls, so those guys kind of just jumped in the cars with us, I'm the rookie, so nobody jumped in the car with me for some reason. I don't know. I've kind of felt bad about that.
They wonder when you shoot them in their fucking back. That's why.
So, I actually didn't get offended. I understood it, but, so we all kind of jump in the cars and start heading toward, where the call is. So we pull up there, and, we only had 3 units. So we got about 6 guys and 3 units. And, we pull up, and I'm actually the last one in line. So, I really, as I tell the story, I really don't understand how I was the unfortunate soul. But anyway, so we pull up, and as soon as we pull up, this woman comes running out of the house, and
she naked,
butt naked.
Was it the naked you want to look at?
She
naked you don't want to look at?
She didn't even have socks on. She just came running out the house, and it's one of them
barefoot naked.
Yeah, it's one of them houses, kind of like call it shotgun house or whatever, straight house, front door on the front porch, sits up off the ground 2 or 3 foot.
Let me clarify for all of our out-of-state people and country and other stuff. A shotgun house is a house. They call it a shotgun house because if you open the front door and open the back door, you can shoot a shotgun clean through the house.
Straight through it.
Because they have rooms on either side. They were built like that a long time ago because they didn't have air conditioner, and they'd open up both the doors so they could get the breeze blowing through the house. Didn't mean to interrupt you, but thanks for the history lesson, Iceman.
You're welcome. So anyway, so she comes running out the house, so when we pull up, door flies open, she comes running out the house. The best way I can describe her, I don't know, I know you're not a sports fan, but have you ever heard of Lolo Jones?
I know who Lolo Jones is.
Used to be a track star there.
Yes, I think she was on like Celebrity Big Brother or something.
Yeah, so
that's the only reason I know why.
Best way I can describe this chick, she comes running out the house, she jumps off the porch, butt naked, got a 4-foot chain link fence in front of the house. She doesn't open the gate. She hurdles the gate.
That's quite impressive.
It was. So hurdles the gate. And earlier I had said that I was the last of the 3 vehicles parked in line. I was the furthest unit from her. She runs past the other 2 units, and she jumps in the back of my unit. So,
you're probably like, what the fuck?
Oh, I'm like, what the fuck, man? Like I said, I'm not. This was literally my first, maybe second week at the most that I was by myself.
Was she hiding? Well, I can't ask if she was a big girl because obviously she wasn't a big girl. She
wasn't a big girl.
A 4-foot fence. She sounds like she's in pretty good shape.
No, she was of the crackhead.
She was of the crackhead clan.
Crackhead clan, yes. She was.
That was a very big clan.
Yes. So anyway, she's in the car. She's not hurt anything now. So whatever.
Did she lock herself in? Close the door?
She got in the car, locked, shut the door. She got in my back seat, and shut the door.
She arrested herself.
So, yeah, pretty much. So I'm kind of. Like I said, I'm clueless. I'm looking around. So this older lady comes out the house, shaking her head. And she's like, I'm so sorry, y'all. And, my sergeant, the off-code and sergeant, like, what's going on? So they start talking late. It's like, look, she's on dope. She's wigging out. Nobody, they start telling, look, we got a call, shots fired. Like, ain't nobody shooting. Ain't nobody been shooting. She's been smoking that shit all night. She's been wigging out all night. Okay, cool. Nobody's been shooting. No, nobody's been shooting. Everybody's fine. Okay, cool. So they're all getting ready to leave. I'm like, whoa, wait a minute. This chick's in the back of my car. And my sergeant looks at me. He looks at the woman on the porch and he says, you got a T-shirt or something? The woman says, what? You got a T-shirt? She's like, yeah. So she goes, gets a T-shirt, So hands it to my sergeant. Sergeant hands it to me. I'm like, what the fuck I'm gonna do with this? He's like, your car, your problem, dude. Put a T-shirt on her. Take her wherever the fuck she wants to go. I'm like, bro, are you serious? He's like, yeah. Put a T-shirt on her. Bring her where she wants to go. And the motherfucker left me. So anyway, I ended up talking to the chick, and I'm like, where you want to go? She's like, bring me to my brother's house. So I brought her brother's house, and I left her, well, nothing but a T-shirt on after that. But at least she had a T-shirt on.
You didn't get her phone number, did you?
No, did not get a phone.
Freebird's upset. He's worked his whole career as a reserve.
Yeah.
He didn't get no naked people.
Well, that was my first, and wasn't the last for sure, but,
Tell them all the naked ones I get you don't want to see.
I didn't want to see that one.
That'd have been something if she would have missed that hurdle on that fence. That'd have been some.
Oh, she cleared
That'd
that.
have been messed up.
Bro, she cleared that fence, the 4
like
foot
to see,
fence. And she
like to
cleared
see you
that
doing
fence.
first aid on the cat.
Oh, she cleared that fence. Oh, no problem.
Fucking. Speaking of drugs,
your car, your problem.
Speaking of drugs, yesterday I was out working on the interstate. Stopped this one car. He was speeding, not super fast, but he was speeding. Pulled him over. A young kid. Walk up to the car. Normal spiel, driver's license, insurance, registration. Tell you his speed. Well, when he rolled his window down, got the very distinct smell of a green leafy stuff, which some marijuana.
Bob Marley's ass.
Yes, it was good. And I looked at him. I get the stuff. I looked at him. So he's a younger guy. I mean, he was in college. And I said, "Where's your weed at?" She kind of looked at me. I said, "I know you got it in here because I smell it." Well, I got this empty THC cartridge. So we'll give it here. He gave it to me. It was empty. I said, "Well, this ain't what I'm smelling because I'm not going to smell this odor with this THC cartridge." Which I was looking around in the car. He said he smoked it earlier, which I don't know. I believe the kid. If he was lying, it's on him. I went and I gave him his ticket. He was listening to something on the radio. I said, "What are you listening to?" He said he was listening to Joe Rogan's podcast. And I have a sticker of mine on my ticket book. So we got to listen to this one right here. He said, "Huh?" I said, "Yep." I said, "You might get a mention." So if you do listen, kid, he's an engineering student. He's in a white car, I believe. We had a little talk. I told him, I said, "Look, you're an engineering student in college. You can't be stupid, obviously, because you take an engineering. So you got to have some smarts about you." I said, "Look, I'm not going to fuck with you about the weed. Don't care if you smoke the weed. Don't do it in your fucking car." I say this all the time. Don't smoke with people. If you're going to smoke weed, do it in your house. Don't smoke weed in your car. And if you are, slow the fuck down. Don't get pulled over because we're going to smell it." And I told him, I said, if I was a young rookie cop, I said, I'm trying to establish myself in the department. I'm going to search your car right now. I mean, I find just a roach, a seed, or anything. Even though it's a misdemeanor, I could still hook you up or give you a misdemeanor summons, and it's going to be on your criminal record for the rest of your life. And every time you go to apply for a job, and some of these jobs, especially being an engineer, they may want a background check on you. Now it shows that you got arrested for smoking weed. You can fuck your whole life up for something stupid. But
and you're always looking for a opportunity to pump up the podcast on.
Yes. Well, he was listening to a podcast, so he's a podcast listener. He still got a ticket.
Blame me.
He got his ticket, and like he got no special treatment. I mean, he didn't go to jail, get a misdemeanor summons, but he was honest with me. I've done that 100 times out there. Honesty goes a long way with me. As long as you don't have like a trunk full of this shit, full of this shit, and if you got a little bit personal, I'm not gonna let you keep it.
No, I'm with you.
But I'm not trying to fuck this kid's life up or nothing. But hey, kid, if you're listening, hope you're doing good in school. Told you, might mention you, I just did. So you one of the few. You know who the Iceman is for real.
That's right.
You were glorified with a citation from me, and you didn't get fucked over with everything else, right?
He looks at the very bottom. You see your autograph.
Yeah, my handwriting sucks. He's gonna have a hard time distinguishing that shit. And he's got the copy of it. It's already so.
Right.
But yes, so he got the distinction of getting a ticket from Iceman. You got another little funny excerpt story for? I know you do. You've been doing shit 15 years, 16 years too. So.
I got a few. Like I said, and most of them is gonna have to come to me as we're talking. I guess I don't know.
You don't know.
I don't know where I want to go. I mean, I don't know where I want to go with the next one I want to go with. I guess
pick one.
Well, I guess I'll just go back. When I was talking about the other story, I said that if you give me the opportunity, I'll discuss further. So I guess it's not really a story as much as it just was my experience whenever I first got started. And I mean, I guess there's probably still some police departments in this country that are like this, but most of them, I think, have moved on and realized it's not the way to be. But when I first started my FTO program, or lack thereof,
The trainings went a long. Been lots of people bitch about us cops, but let me tell you what. From when I first started doing this shit in
training has
93,
gone a long way.
when I started doing this shit in 93 and in 2020, I'll tell you, the training is like night and day now.
Yeah, I mean, they've started now. We have to take those so many hours of those online courses we have to take now to maintain our post.
I've been told by, I don't know, you that I was an overachiever in those.
Yeah, you're always an overachiever. But anyway, like I said, when I first started, small, like I said, again, small town, city, police department.
Small town USA.
Right. I mean, you're talking, you got the chief, you got the assistant chief who's also the detective, and you got a couple of detectives that, work along in there. And then, I mean, each shift had 2, maybe 3 officers per shift. And I really don't understand why we had detectives, because they wouldn't take cases until we, investigated them ourselves fully enough to where we gave them a suspect, and then they just cut the warrant and go make the arrest. And, hey, we go. Anyway,
but they got the stat for it.
Oh, they got the stat for sure. But going back to my FTO on it, or like I said, lack thereof, went to work for this department in March of 2003, and my first week consisted of me sitting in. We had a locker room in the back of the PD where, again, I don't know why we had locker rooms. Nobody left anything in them, but.
It's like y'all only had like 4 people in the whole department.
Yeah,
and y'all have a locker room.
Hey, we all had our own lockers though. I mean, everybody had their own locker. I mean,
I want a locker.
There was like 12 of them.
We're way big. I mean, we're not a giant department, but we're way bigger than like 4 people, and I don't have a locker.
So but anyway, my first week consisted of me sitting in this locker room. There was a desk in the locker room, and I had the policy and procedure manual for this police department in front of me, which was, fairly thick. I mean, considering. Had a little bit of training I was getting this week, but they had me read it.
They had to make you read it?
No, I mean, they just set me back there and said, hey, sit here, read this policy procedure.
I have always read every policy procedure. Well, I've worked for this department we're at now, and I've worked another one. And every time when I got it, when I started here, I read the whole entire thing from front to back, same way I did on the other ones, because I'm not saying you have. Not all administrators like that, and I haven't seen anywhere I'm at now. And from where I came from, in a whole nother administration, they had some that would try to hem you up, especially way back in the day.
You for sure need to.
They would hem you up, and if you didn't know that policy, better. So I read it, because if they'd come at me with something, I'm like, oh no, that's not what policy says.
Yeah, you should. So if you're not going to read. Your policy and procedure manual, you for sure need to familiarize yourself with the main points of it for sure.
Oh yeah.
But anyway, like I said, I was, my first week consisted of me sitting in this office or locker room at this desk, reading policy and procedure.
You should be getting paid for it.
I was getting paid. So the second week, the first couple, days, Monday, Tuesday. They told me, okay, you read policy and procedure. Look, here's the keys to this car. And it was a spare car nobody was using. And they said, just go drive around. Now, I mean, they gave me a uniform. Okay, I did have a uniform. It was a hand-me-down uniform, but I had a uniform. And they said, go drive around, fully marked police car. I did not have a duty belt, did not have a gun, because I hadn't been to the range yet. They had never taken me to the range to qualify, so I could not carry the firearm. So I'm in a fully marked police car, light sirens, the whole 9 yards, and no firearm, which I've kind of, at the time I didn't think about it, but
I'm just having
yeah. So, so they tell me, they said, look, drive around, learn the streets, and they said, if a call comes out, try to find the address, try to find, where this call is, and that way, familiarize yourself with the city and, you kind of get to know where you're going but don't stop, if you
sounds like you fucking Mayberry. Andy Griffin said, "Hey, just go drive around."
Yeah, just go drive around. If the call comes out, try to find it, but don't stop. So
don't stop for the call. Just drive past it.
So
wave at them.
Exactly.
Hey.
So lo and behold, you knew where this was going. Lo and behold, the second day, I'm doing this on Tuesday, and call comes out, XYZ Street, and just so happens to be I'm the first one. The guys that were actually working the road hadn't made it on scene yet before I did. So I'm passing in front of the house. Now it wasn't a serious call or nothing like that, but I'm passing in front of the house, and the complainant's standing out on her front porch, and she sees the unit pass by, and I see her. You got two kind of waves. You got the misdemeanor wave, which is the one-arm wave, and then you got the felony wave, which is both arms over the head, kind of flagging you down. She was giving me the one-arm wave. Hey, I'm over here. Here I am. And I just kind of put my hand up at her. Hey, waved back, kept driving. So of course, 30 seconds later, dispatch comes across the radio calling the unit that she had dispatched to that call, saying, hey, the complaint just called back, said you passed up the residence. And of course, I had to come across the radio and said, oh, no, that was me. Well, I guess they kind of realized right then that what they had told me to do wasn't gonna work out. And
that was some damn fine FTO work.
Bro, I'm telling you, and I ain't done. The really sad part is I'm not finished. So, the next day they send me to the range and I qualify with my firearm. And when I get back from the range, they stick me in a vehicle.
Hey, you got a gun.
Hey, stick me in a vehicle.
Did they give you bullets?
Yep. 3 magazines. So they put me in a vehicle with a guy, and I ride with him for the second half of Wednesday and Thursday, and then I believe it was Friday that they put me in a car by myself on shift. I worked Friday, Saturday, and Sunday on my own, and that was a wrap.
They trained you for 2 days, 2.5 days?
A day and a half, pretty much, yeah.
You were ready to
uphold
the law.
I was ready to conquer the world.
You didn't know shit about the law.
I ain't know a goddamn thing. I ain't know nothing.
You didn't have YouTube. You couldn't YouTube it or Google it back then. So
now but see, now understand why whenever I got to the call, that the shots fired call I was talking about earlier, and the crackhead runs out the house and hurdles the fence and jumps in my vehicle. Now you kind of understand why I was like, Sarge, what am I supposed to do? Yeah. I'll tell you what I did learn from that first story. I learned to lock my damn car when I got out of it after that.
Yeah, I talked about it on the other one. I learned to close my doors on my unit. I got hijacked by them damn German Shepherds and that fucking cat. Like, look, it's never good to have pussy in your police car, especially ones with claws. So, well, FTO people now, shit, I think where we're at now, I think the last people, they're FTOing them just close to like 6 months before they're allowed to be by themselves. Plus, you still got to go to the academy and stuff like that. But they damn near, they gonna make sure you know what you're doing before they stick you out there by yourself. And you got some people that takes even longer than that. Yeah, even our agency, that we both work for now, has come a long way over the last several years with how they train. And like I said, I'm sure there's still some Mayberry police departments around the country that. No, I could. I could actually name some by name if I could, but I can't. So. Yeah. But I don't know of any anymore. Our training in law enforcement has come a long way over the last several years. I was lucky when I started. Of course, I was a seasoned cop when I came out there. the guy that I rode with when I first came out, he's actually a lieutenant now. We were talking to him today, you know. I think I rode with him for 2 days, and it was kind of funny because the sergeant pulled up. You got to realize I was a sergeant in the motor division before. First call I got out there, riding with the guy. I don't think more of an FTO. They were just making sure I knew their report writing system. The sergeant pulls up next, how I did on the crash, and the guy I was riding with advised him how I showed him a couple of things that they were doing wrong when he was writing his crash. So, but I rode around for like 2 days after that, done. But when you work in an area that you don't know, they send you somewhere. I'm not going to say the name of the store. No, they send me the name of this store. They just say, hey, go to such and such and clear the parking lot. Well, I didn't notice a freaking store. I'm looking up for this damn street. I asked for a cross street. They all laughing at me. And I called dispatch. Look, the closest street, the name y'all gave me is in fucking Georgia. So what's going on? It was the name of a fucking store. So yeah. I still don't know.
It still hasn't changed.
A lot of they have nicknames for shit that's not named, and they're like, "Hey, go by, Pleasant Hill, Silent Hill Drive, or whatever, or the Point." And I'm like, "What the fuck?" They know there's no signs that says the fucking Point. So I'm getting better. The Tot knows just like say, "Hey, give me a landmarks. I know where all the big shit is."
Like to call the other day of the damage of property in the parking lot.
Yeah, but I was right though.
Well, yeah, but what my point is, as soon as the call come out, I was like, yeah, he don't know where the fuck this
No,
is
if they'd have said the slaughterhouse, I knew where they killed the freaking animals at. If they'd said that, I knew the name of the slaughterhouse, but I knew what it was and where it was at.
That's why I called you and told you, hey, yeah, that's over there by the light, on that road.
I asked if it was someplace else. Oh no, it's over at this other place. We'll come to find out, it was at the place I thought it was, which wasn't ours anyway. It belonged to the PD, so they ended up getting it. But yeah, if they just said the slaughterhouse, I don't know right where to go. I didn't know the name of the slaughterhouse.
I'm gonna have to start when we ride, I'm gonna have to start like.
Well, you'll have to stay next to me to do that.
Well, yeah, but when we ride, I'm gonna have to start, say, hey, look, that's such and such, and start, trying to point out
you
those.
You probably noticed I look around a lot when I'm riding. I'm just not sightseeing.
You just don't know what the fuck you're looking at.
Well, I'm taking in landmarks. Which brings me to the story, one of my first calls in this department. Like I said, I was with this guy my first 2 days here working. Second call I get, a theft complaint. Go over, this little guy, which brought up because I think this guy recently got in an argument with some people and he stabbed somebody. He stabbed 2 people and then they beat the shit out of him, the guys that got stabbed. Anyway, so we can imagine what type of area this is.
Talking about our local DJ, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
He thinks he's a rapper. God, Lord help his soul. But, but he's special.
We call it, we give the nickname DJ Touched.
Yeah, he's touched.
He's touched.
But anyway, I get a call, go over there, and I don't know these people. The guy called us over a theft. I get there, and I've got my notebook out. I'm taking my notes, write me a fine report on this. I just started here. I got to make a good impression. The guy says, well, it's like I got ripped off and, and I'm like, who ripped you off? Oh, well, my weed dealer ripped me off. I said, what? He said, my weed dealer ripped me off, and now I got to get the money back. He ripped me off. He didn't sell me all the weed he was supposed to, and I got to help my mama pay the cable bill. Mm-hmm. I closed my tablet, threw it on this unit. I was like, you fucking kidding me, right? You called me because the weed man fucking short weeded you?
Mm-hmm. And
but he's dead fucking serious. This dude actually wanted me to write a report because his weed man shorted his ass fucking weed.
The thing
instead of a dime bag, he must have got a 5-cent bag. I don't fucking know. I looked at him and said, you know what? You know how to solve your problem? What? I said, stop smoking fucking weed. And I said, let's go. We can write no fucking weed theft report.
Yeah, and the whole thing about that story, that I draw whenever he's telling you that he's so worried about his mother, and my first time ever dealing with him, that's what I arrested him for, was beating his mother, who is, disabled,
Well, he is too.
Yeah.
It's a funny story and everything. he's a couple bricks shy of a whole.
Yeah.
You know, he's not. I mean, he's got some. I say disabilities. I don't know. But he's not all there. He's a little. You know, he's touched, but but he is dead serious. His rap video is fucking hilarious.
Oh yeah.
He thinks he's actual something. He actually, not too long ago, before this COVID shit hit, I actually saw him at the courthouse trying to fucking get a job with the sheriff's office.
Wow.
I was like, what's she doing here? Oh, just trying to get me a job. I was like, good luck. Mm-hmm. Be glad I didn't file that report of you getting shortchanged with a 5-cent bag instead of your
Right.
dime bag. Yeah, but anyway, he stabbed 2 people. Mm-hmm. Must not have been good enough because the people he stabbed beat the shit out of him. I think they hospitalized him or not. I don't remember. But they beat the shit out of him.
Oh, he goes on a kick every now and again. He gets hit. I mean,
and he ain't a big fella either. He probably weighs 120 pounds.
yeah, I think you're
wet.
being generous. But yeah,
I mean, but they might have fucked with his weed. Might have fucked with his weed. Yes. Yeah, the Todd gets a kick out of me when I write my ticket. We got a story I told not too long ago about this woman at a Popeyes that didn't want to get out the road. I think you were there for that one, weren't you?
I don't remember.
Yeah, you were, because we were like, the other uniform guy was like, wrote her some ticket. I mean, he could have just like, we were trying to de-escalate it, and he kind of escalated it up.
Yeah.
I mean, it might not help when I told her all I see, every time I deal with you, all I see is your lip slapping, so why don't you shut the fuck up? And kind of pissed her off, but yeah, it was he's there. Mm-hmm. I've seen the Todd. We were working a parade in a area, and I got to give him this. He showed a lot of restraint, because this woman, we cleared a parking lot.
I wasn't gonna give her what she wanted.
No, she was. But we cleared a parking lot. There was about to be a fucking shooting gang fight or something. They had one people parked here, and this other people's parked over here. Well, these people, or I believe, tell me if I'm right or not, one family member had killed somebody else's and this other family members, and the people that did the shooting stuff wasn't a dead person, obviously, wasn't there, but it was the 2 separate fight. You know, it was the Hatfield and McCoys basically out there in the same fucking parking lot.
They got into it in the store, and basically the instigator of the whole incident that happened in the store, his mother's, she didn't like it when she was being told that her son needed to leave and she needed to leave. And of course,
I'll say it. She got up in the Tot's face, and I was like, he de-escalated. Because she was, when you've done this long enough, she was wanting him to grab a hold of her and arrest her, because even though he had every right to do it, because like I said, her nose was damn near touching his.
I'd have been all over YouTube.
He'd have been on YouTube, Facebook. Even though he's in the right, you still get your face plastered on everything. Of course, we have a badge on, so Popo's always wrong. We the bad guy, blah, 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 bullshit. But she was wanting to. He didn't do it.
I was just wanting her to touch me.
Yeah.
That's what I wanted.
You better be glad she hadn't been eating no damn onions she was so close to. You'd had some stank breath up on you. Stanky breath. Yeah, it was some of these parades we go to. Bam came out with her parents' stuff, and they watched the parade, and then they left because they have for a couple hours after in this area, they have a street party on the main drag of the street, and it usually I've been through it 2 times now, and most of the time it gets pretty bad. It gets rough out there. You're gonna have some fights. You're gonna have bullshit. So, cause everybody's drinking and fucking, somebody's gonna get mad. Somebody's gonna look at somebody the wrong way or something. And it's always, I told her, I said, no, y'all got to go. Y'all get to get out of here before this shit kicks off.
Yeah.
Cause I don't want my family nowhere around none of that bullshit. But he showed some tremendous restraint. He was being restrained that day. We had that call, that shoplifter. We got called saying this guy's shoplifter. We run down. We catch the guy. We catch the car. The shoplifter was a passenger.
I'm trying to remember.
Yeah, remember? It was right. I think we were right off. We were in the city at the time. But the guy ended up, we found out he shoplifted a fucking, I think, a Gatorade and a fucking Slim Jim or some shit like that.
Yeah.
But we found him, catch him.
That's when the truck stopped.
Yeah, he's on. The Tot's telling him, told the dude like 3 times to get out the car, and the guy's like, well, 3 times too much for the Iceman. Well, I reached there and started snatching him out the damn window. He decided to open the door. I was pulling his little ass out the car, and this is actually a funny ass story because we talk about what happened later. That we didn't write. But anyway, we get him out. It's his the passenger. It's his car. We got his friend's driving, or supposed friend. This whole story, Jerry Springer couldn't even follow this shit. It's so fucked up. Anyway, we get him transported back to this gas station truck stop. Well, of course, the manager now decides, oh, I don't want to press charges if I have to go to court. Right. We couldn't give the shit back unless she wanted to wait until he had to actually take his shit. Because he done ate and drank that shit already. Yeah. I mean, but no, I'm not going to press charges. You know what? That people, managers, whatever, don't call us if you don't want to fucking press charges and go to court. You wasting my fucking time. You could have got me hurt. You could have got this kid hurt and everything else. Shit could go bad over Slim Jim and stuff. Now we catch the thief and you don't want to do nothing about it. So we release him. Well, of course, his friend done drove off, and me and Todd told him, follow us to the truck stop. Because we got heads up that this probably was going to happen.
Well, in worst case scenario, we just going to
give him misdemeanor summons.
Cut him
a ticket.
Cut him a summons and, let him go anyway.
His friend never showed up to the truck stop in his car. So a unit, I think, drove him to the other parish to somebody else's house where he wanted to be dropped off at. A uniformed guy. Well, later, it was a couple hours later, I think. A
couple hours later. The other two.
There's this call coming out. Somebody is calling saying they're being kidnapped and they can't get out the car, and we're trying to catch them.
That was the shit show.
Up. Yeah, it was a big shit show. And next thing you know, we got people screaming on 911. The other guy stabbing the other guy while they're going down the road in the car and all this shit like that. And the motherfucker, it was the friend that took the guy's car, and the shoplifter guy had got back together, and then they got in a fucking argument going down the road. And the friend stabbed the other guy, and the other guy was punching him in the face while they were driving down the road. I think everybody ended up going to jail now at this point. Yeah. Pick your friend.
Oh shit, we had.
It was like, really? It's like y'all were just buddies.
Ended up with the whole chief deputy out there on that scene.
Yeah, motherfuckers stabbing each other going down the road, chewing knives, and just all stemmed from Gatorade and a Slim Jim. I guess that's like when you're not supposed to eat Mentos and fucking Coke, huh, people? Slim Jims and Gatorade make you fucking crazy. Don't mix them. It's like, don't drink Coke and Pop Rocks. You'll die. Your guts will explode. Yeah, don't eat
watermelon seeds, people.
No, that's how you get pregnant. I ate a watermelon seed, now I got a baby in my tummy. Well, no, that wouldn't work. I was gonna say it'd be a Cabbage Patch Kid, but I guess you're gonna have to eat some fucking cabbage to get pregnant with a Cabbage Patch Kid.
Yes, indeed.
Don't eat Slim Jims and Gatorade. You'll stab your friends. God. Oh, yeah, that's like, you can't make some of this stupid shit up. Look, we're going to take a short little break real quick because I'm old and I got to pee. So we'll be right back.
Stand by.
We interrupt this program for an important announcement. Ladies and gentlemen.
Are you standing by? A very important message is coming. Are you still standing by?
We interrupt for this breaking news.
Breaking news.
Breaking news.
There's a podcast that happens on Saturday night that you need to know about. All right, can I get out of serious mode? Let's go to goofy. Okay. Make sure to listen to Louisiana Saturday Night. Robert and April are your hosts, and they talk a lot about current events. And occasionally they'll have a guest and include them on the conversation. It's raw, it's blunt, and explicit. Well, if there is one thing I know, and that is I like dirty. Anyway. It's for anyone who wants to have fun and not take life so seriously. And God knows we need that these days. Robert and April on Louisiana Saturday Night. Check them out at louisianasaturdaynight.podbean.com.
We are back from break with an empty bladder. Hope y'all go listen to Robert and April on Louisiana Saturday Night. Robert and his cousin also have another podcast, Getting Rights Down to It. They talk about, I don't know, Marvel and comic books and a bunch of nerd stuff, but they do their research and they know what they're talking about. They lose me sometimes. I listen to them. And April and her sister, or what's her sister's name? Christine. April and Christine. Yeah, it's on. They have a podcast, true crime podcast, and do cryptids and all that stuff like that. It's called Southern Discomforts. It's real good too. Go check them all out. Get you some extra entertainment. We're going to try to add us a little phone-in guest here if he answers the phone. We'll see.
Hello?
What up, bitch?
What's going on?
You phoning into the clubhouse.
Oh, phoning in, huh?
Yeah, we don't have still don't have no fucking Snapple Apple for you.
Didn't I tell you that next time I come over there, I want my Snapple Apple?
I'm going to give you some Snapple Apple. I told you next time you come over.
All right.
We got the Tot in the house, as you know.
The Tot in the house, huh?
The Tot's here. And
what's up, Tot?
What up? What up?
All right.
So, is your feelings unhurt now?
No, I'm not. No, my feelings not unhurt. I'm still pissed.
Well, look, Kirby, on the way in this evening, I stopped and talked to that guy with that long finger that you was talking about.
Yeah, the one that was pointing at me when I was coming down the street.
Yeah, I had a talk with him, and I told him, I'm like, look, don't give him the long finger next time. So he won't be so nervous when he comes back in the clubhouse.
You kicked on Santa Claus too?
No, he ain't saw Santa Claus. It was raining.
You see Santa Claus? You have to show him Santa Claus too.
I'll show him. You want to tell the listeners out here what the Iceman kind of did to you a couple days ago?
Well, I was just taking some people to the jail, and me not thinking, walked out of the jail, hit the unlock button to my unit, and went to get in my unit, and as I touched my door handle, it was a lot of white, creamy substance on my damn door handle.
That Rudolph.
I was immediately pissed. And I was like, who the fuck did this to my unit? And the girl that was standing next to me, I don't know what her job is in the administration. She was like, oh my God. So I was like, pull the cameras and see who did this to my damn unit. I was pissed. And then I seen some of them kind of smiling. So I was like, somebody about to get their ass kicked. And as soon as we turned around to go into jail, I seen D.
Can't say that.
Yeah, I know. That's why. That's why I stopped.
He saw me calling him
Iceman.
I said, this motherfucker. Bruh, soon as I seen you calling me, bruh. And then when I went around my unit and seen you standing there, the fire in my eyes. Because I knew you was going to say that Rudolph shit.
Yeah. But
that's okay. It's coming. I'm going to get you back. It's coming, bro.
I want it to. I want it to be good.
I'm going to hook you up, bro.
I want it to be good.
He leaves that motor at the jail. We need to run that hot wire to his seat.
See, I'm going to be checking that. You don't mention it.
Some way.
He's old. He's going to forget, Kirby.
Yeah, he going on 74. He going to forget.
Yeah, but how did them Depends fit you? Good? I dropped them off to your wife. I got her that second batch. These had Fred Flintstone on them.
No, they wasn't like the first pack you bought. These they wasn't an overnight leakage. So I got wet too quick.
Damn, I went to get you. Make sure you got the elastic in the leg area so it keeps it from leaking.
And you got to buy Huggy Adult with the Pac-Man on the bottom of them.
Oh, Pac-Man, yeah.
Yeah.
Chomping up that pee. Kirby was so hilarious. He was so, he don't realize, I was standing out there for like 15 minutes waiting for this little motherfucker to come out the jail sweating my dick off because it was hot as shit. And I'm like, fuck.
Bro, I was pissed, bro. You got me good, bro. I was...
It was
I couldn't talk. I was so pissed I couldn't talk.
Somebody's ass.
Yeah, it was hilarious.
So the Tot finally got in the building, huh?
Tot finally got here.
Oh shit, he wouldn't leave me alone about it. I mean,
He said he wouldn't leave me alone.
I said, he's like, I was like, oh, I can't give you. It's like, motherfucker, you work with me. Your ass needs to come to.
Let me tell some of y'all stories.
Oh, we got some good ones. You actually have to listen.
I don't even think he listened to his own podcast yet, huh?
I think he let his wife listen to it.
Yeah, I'm too nervous to listen to it myself.
I still want to meet this poor lady.
I want to hear myself.
Poor Mrs. Kirby.
Next time I come out there, she coming.
You better bring her. I got a present for her. I stopped at the Hustler store, picked up them large gauge anal beads to give to her.
Well, have at it. She bought that.
Here we go again.
Yep, here we go again.
Well,
once I'm gonna get some more microphones soon. We'll have to try to get you and Squidward, that little no ass motherfucker, to come out here with it. He can ride with the Tot, since I don't know. I think he's scared or something. And all four of us can just get in here.
Yeah, we gotta get Squidward out here now. He the only one that didn't come.
Exactly. Well, I'll even give him a sandwich or something. Oh, skinny fucker.
He hungry.
Yeah, he's definitely hungry. He's something.
I know he got some bisexual stories to tell.
Oh, well, yeah, he does. I mean, it's okay though. It's 2020. Keep telling him it's okay. Just all he's got to do is turn the knob of the closet and step out, and he will be fine.
Let's see. How'd I know this was gonna happen? We done went the whole episode without talking about penises. And get Kirby on it. Soon we get Kirby on the phone. And now all Kirby and Iceman want to talk about homosexual tendencies. And
I just bring that out of people.
I hear you.
All right, we're gonna let you go, and I appreciate you answering the phone, and because you know I love you.
Oh yeah.
And I expect you to get me back very good.
Oh, I will, trust me. And when I come there, we're gonna talk all about it.
I'm looking forward to it, buddy.
All right, man.
Bye.
All right, later.
That's a funny little dude, people. He was a little nervous first time he came on. You meet him in person, he will keep you in stitches.
He's a trip.
Much as he makes me laugh, if I was skinny, I'd have a six-pack without having to work out, laughing so much. But unfortunately, I'm not skinny, so that's not going to happen. So you want to tell us another story?
Oh, yeah. Let's see.
I know you wrote all that shit down.
I wrote a little bit down. But, go back to, let's see. When you had time. Oh, Lord. It ain't been that long ago.
You said we're going back.
Yeah, but that's like back a couple weeks ago. Ain't going back that far.
I went all the way back.
Yeah, you got a little premature.
Way back.
Uh-huh.
Premature.
Bam, he get premature like that in the
premature button in there. Button. It's a race to the finish. That's all I got to say. It's a race to the finish. If she wants to lose, she lost.
Okay, we'll go back like a few weeks, all right, Iceman? Just a few weeks.
Well, I don't have the other button, so you just have to walk it up.
All right, well, you had Tomcat on the episode a few weeks back.
Well, it's been more than a few weeks, but Tomcat was definitely here.
Yeah, I mean, a few weeks, what?
No,
Six?
it's probably
Six?
been a month or so.
A month or so, a few weeks. I said a few. Anyway,
Refuse to.
that's another one. He's a funny dude too.
Yes, he's gonna come back. He said he wants to come back. He's a little, like I said, a lot of people get in front of the mic for the first time and they get a little nervous. But
Yeah.
everybody, I've had a lot of people said they want to come back for a second go around.
I didn't get nervous until you started playing that Purge theme song. I was like, oh Lord. But anyway,
I like my theme song. It's cool as shit.
anyway, you had Tomcat, okay, a month or so ago, whatever, how long ever it's been. And I was listening to, as you know, I'm a regular listener
Yes, every Monday.
every Monday.
the Tot listens.
And so I was listening to that episode, and there was a part of it where y'all were talking about chemical agent, freeze, whatever.
Freeze plus P.
And its ineffectiveness on the canine species. And
Pisses them off.
I guess, I guess it's just kind of like how it doesn't work on every.
Work on frogs.
It doesn't work on every person the same. I guess maybe it doesn't work on every canine the same either, because it made me think of a story when I was listening to that episode of a time that I got a call. I was still on shift back then, but got a call, an alarm call, in a rural part of the parish, and I show up out there, and I'm at the house, and doesn't appear to be anybody home. Walking up the, got my unit, walking toward the house, trying to start walking around the house, checking the house, whatever, make sure everything's secured and whatnot. Well, these two little dogs, I say little, I mean, they're medium-sized dogs. I don't even remember what kind of dogs they were, but they weren't Chihuahuas, but they weren't Great Danes either, a medium-sized dog. And,
Dotson.
bigger than that. Yeah, bigger than my miniature schnauzer I got at the
Yeah,
house.
Kirby was scared to death of that
Yeah,
little
he's
fucking
scared.
dog. Weighs like 4 pounds.
he wasn't like a month old at that time.
Yeah, he probably,
But anyway, so these two little dogs, come yapping, running up to me yapping, and I'm like, ankle biter dogs. I ain't worried about these little dogs. Well, as I'm walking, one of them decides to try to take a chunk out of my calf, which got my attention. He kind of didn't break the skin or nothing, but he got me pretty good, so it kind of made me kind of jump back a little bit, and he, barking at me still, and I'm, this dude got to get away from me. I got to check this house. There doesn't appear to be anybody home. Nobody's coming out the house saying, hey, I'm going to get no dog, nothing like that. So I pull my spray out, and I'm telling him, I'm trying to give him a warning. I'm like, man, look, dude, get away from me. Go on, dog. And he wouldn't, so I gave him a little squirt in the face, and it worked.
it was a pussy dog. That's
Well, maybe so, but it worked, because I've never seen. It was actually, quite comical to watch it in person. That dog literally took his face and slammed it onto a concrete driveway, and then started running. He didn't pick his head up. He left his
poor
face
little fella.
on the driveway and took off running away from me. So good, mission accomplished. So I go on. Start checking. The other little dog wouldn't bother me, so whatever. He kept coming around with me. So anyway, checking the house, whatever, and get ready to leave. And I hear, hey. I turn around and look. Oh, shit. Homeowner's coming out the house. Like, oh, what's the man? So your alarm went off. He said, oh, I didn't hear it, Well, so, they say it's your outside, building, this and that,
Did
whatever.
you not hear your house? Them things
Yeah.
are fucking loud.
Right. So, says, told him what it was. It's outside building or whatever. He had like an outdoor kitchen or whatever in this adjacent, building to his house and whatnot. And so, I said, the door is open. He's like, yeah, the dog's probably got motion sensors in there. Door must come open. Dogs went in there and set the motion sensors off. Like, all right, yeah, okay. Well, about this time, the dogs start coming back around, and that one dog that I sprayed was, of course, acting funny. And he's like, whatever the dog's name was, Missy or whatever, whatever it was. Missy, come here, Missy. Man, I don't know what's wrong with him. I'm like, hey, okay, well, have a good night. Everything's good. I got my unit. I left. I didn't want to be around whenever he petted that dog and realized I sprayed it in the face. But,
Yeah.
but anyway, it worked on that dog.
I'm about being a country cop back in the day. I already did my sounds. I ain't gonna hit y'all with it again. But back in the day, like I said, place I originally started working with, and like I said, we were a way small department. They send me to an animal complaint. I get out there, of course it's outside of any city limits. Feels like, oh, we caught this, and I'm like, what? And I look, and they got it in this barrel, like one of them 55-gallon barrels. Well, they done caught themselves a fucking pissed off possum, okay? Possum's just an oversized fucking mean-ass rat is all it is, basically. I'm like, okay, well, we don't know what to do with it. I'm like, well, why the fuck you catch it? Well, it was messing with something around their house, whatever they caught it. No, we don't have this problem. They still don't have animal control, a full-time animal control in this parish either. This time they didn't have nothing at all. No animal control whatsoever. And they're not going to come pick up a fucking possum, I don't think, anyway. It's a nuisance animal. Like, well, we don't know what to do with it. I'm like, I don't know. Well, you got to do something with it. Well, after going back and forth a little while, I'm like, man, these motherfuckers here. They just wouldn't let it go. So I walked over there and shot it. Pulled my gun out and fucking shot that motherfucker in the head in that barrel and killed it. I'm like, all right, I'm done. I got my shit. 10-8, no report. They just kind of stood there looking at me. I mean, you can throw it in the fucking ditch now or whatever, dead possum. No, let me get PETA people. I doubt anybody listens to me, that's PETA people. Me and Bam are extreme animal lovers, and I don't even go hunting or nothing like that. But sometimes you just gotta, it was a nuisance animal. I wasn't reaching there and getting this motherfucker. If any of you people that don't know what a possum is, look it up.
Opossum.
They got some, however you spell it. I made like a D+ in spelling in school. That's why I love that spell check now. I type shit in. Most time it'll give me the right spelling. It's my report. But, he was ducked up. But yeah, I shot the possum dead, But like I said, they're mean little fucking critters. You don't want to fuck with a possum at all. They'll tear you the fuck up.
Well, another one's a raccoon. Not law enforcement related, but before I was a police officer, I worked offshore. And I came across I worked on an inland barge rig. So we weren't way out in the middle of the Gulf or nothing. We pretty much in a little canal. And there was a catwalk that went from the rig to the bank where there was a dumpster where, galley people would, dump the food and trash and whatever.
So they were dumping the food in the water or on the shore?
There was a dumpster, and they would throw the food. They'd throw all the trash and stuff in the dumpster. So
I was a raccoon buffet.
Oh, yeah. I was down on the bottom deck one day I don't even remember what I was doing down there, but I was down there around the BOP and blowout preventer for, anybody doesn't know what I'm talking about, what an oil field, but, and,
that's what they give to hookers nowadays, blowout preventers.
That's right. So, I'm down there, whatever I was doing down there, and I see this big raccoon. I mean, he's big, right? He had to be, he was big. So.
One of them 20-pounders?
Yeah. Oh, every bit. And I mean, of course, at this time, I'm 20, 21, 22, maybe. And, so I just, I'm bored. Ain't nothing going on. We're drilling, wasn't a whole lot going on in the rig. So I just start throwing like little nuts and stuff at him, like I'm not talking like a peanut. I'm talking about like a nut, like a.
Oh, you were being mean to the raccoon.
Pretty much, yeah. And I'm
you're a stupid kid. I know.
Yeah, that's why I said I was like 20, 21, 22, whatever. I'm a kid, So I'm throwing, I'm just agitating this raccoon, and I actually, after, probably 50 tries, I actually hit him with one.
No, you done pissed him off.
Oh, I pissed him off. He turned to me. He stood up on his hind legs and he hissed at me and came back down on all fours and across the catwalk he came.
Oh, he was about to whip your ass.
Oh, he was about to whoop my ass. And, yeah, I left the deck. I left. I don't know where. I didn't see him after that.
Don't be fucking with them raccoons.
They're mean, bro.
Speaking of raccoons, I used to have a whole bunch of chickens several years ago. and went out there to my chickens. I had like 20 chickens. Well, first I had a duck, 2 ducks too, and Snowball the duck. Bam loved her duck. And for all you people, duck eggs are delicious. Anyway, I went out there one day and the duck's dead. His head's hanging out the cage, and his body was still on the inside of it. Okay, so got rid of the duck, and a few days after that, I went out there, and we're in Louisiana. If you people don't know who Derek Todd Lee is, look him up. He was a serial killer here in Baton Rouge area, Louisiana. Anyway, Derek Todd Lee had done come out and serial killed. I had one fucking chicken left, 19 chickens in one night. So I ended up putting the cage out, live trap. Well, I caught the fucking culprit, which was a raccoon. And let me tell you what, he wasn't eating my chicken. He just went there and ripped all the fucking heads off of them. So how long it took me to tote off 19 dead chickens? Oh, wow. And by, that afternoon, I was feeding them in the afternoon, they were full of ants, and I mean, it was nasty. I just had one chicken left. Well, I send Bam a picture. It's like, I got this motherfucker. What did she tell me? Oh, look how sad he looks. I said, everybody in fucking jail looks like that too. I said, he's sad 'cause he got fucking caught.
He done found Jesus.
Yeah, he even had a little Bible, a little raccoon Bible in his hand. The Coon Chronicles or something like that. Oh, yeah, he looked real sad. Well, she's like, don't kill him, please. So I ended up taking this motherfucker down this hunting lease road. It's a very long, it's probably a 8, 9, 10 mile long road with nothing on it. It's just sheer woods. And I went and I let fucking Derek Todd Lee's raccoon go because of my wife when I wanted to shoot this motherfucker in the head because he done killed all my damn chicken. Welcome to the country. I had 2 big turkeys too, about 35, 40 pounds each. Raised them up from little bitty turkey chicks. They were 2 gobblers, mean as fuck. I couldn't even go in the cage. They tried to get you through the cage. The fence was bowed out. Well, it was either a bobcat or a fucking fox or coyote got them. I went out there one day and both of them were gone, and they were like 35. So it wasn't just no coon got them. There was feathers drug out. So, yeah, all my poor wildlife has been eaten by critters out here. But I've eaten raccoon. Have you ever eaten raccoon? I've eaten raccoon. It was actually pretty good.
Yeah, no, I'm good.
About goat.
No.
I've eaten goat before too. It was not my favorite. Went to a goat roast. But I'm not allowed to eat any of my pets anymore.
Yeah, but you won't eat a pickle.
No, not a pickle. I like meat. I'll try meat, but I ain't eating no damn pickles. No, it's in vinegar. Vinegar. You don't need anything. People, we need to boycott the pickles. Boycott anything made in vinegar. Don't eat nothing pickled. Pickled eggs, pickled. Don't matter. Don't eat it. It's made for cleaning your floor and washing out your little lady areas, okay?
I almost run over your line on the way in the driveway tonight.
Not a lion. If you'd run over him, you'd hit the tree.
No.
It is a cheetah.
No, when I came...
Are you talking about in my driveway?
Yeah, when I pulled
he's making funny. My lawnmower
when I pulled in the driveway, there was a gazelle run across.
Yeah.
And it almost hit a lion.
My lawnmower broke like a month ago, okay? My lawnmower broke, and I got it picked up. They actually called today. So I got a month of no grass cutting whatsoever, and it's been raining a lot in Louisiana lately. So I'm going to have to cut the shit 3 times just to get it back down. They supposed to bring my lawnmower back Monday, and it's still going to be, because it's been raining, can't fucking cut the grass because it's going to be fucking stuck. So, yes, my grass is extremely high. I look like it looks like an abandoned yard. I'm pretty sure if I'd have painted my driveway yellow, I'm pretty sure Dorothy and Toto would have come down it with the line and the Scarecrow and the Tin Man. It's bad, but it will get back right eventually. It's a bitch when your lawnmower breaks and you got too much grass to push mow it. So I'd have probably died from heat exhaustion out there if I'd have done that. Oh, I don't want to forget, we did get our first email, I believe today. You heard me mention Juan. I don't know this person. I do know he listens. And he actually sent us the first email from the first person that had me, because Freebird wanted to send me an email, which I told him it don't fucking count You can't email me when you got my phone number. Got our first email. He did thank me for, the thoughts and prayers for his family member that passed away that was young. And, that's always a tragedy, especially with a child. But thank you, Juan. Like I said, got a whole fucking thing of new weed eater string in my pond. Needs it bad, buddy. I know it's a long fucking drive from Texas, though, but I do extremely appreciate it. I mentioned the young kid earlier. I stopped. Then the next stop I made, this was yesterday now. So this is like hot off the press fucking stories. I mentioned this on the tweet. If you're on the Twitter or Parler account, I posted them pictures. This is the story from that I said I would, tune in, listen to the rest of the story. This is it. Pull the guy over, you saw it, 86 and 60. Yeah, he was actually pulling this little trailer behind him. Texas tags. I go up there. He is, when I first got it to him, he was like weaving and shit. I'm like, what the fuck is he doing? Is he drunk? So I get him pulled over. I get up there. Well, like I've said before, I like to do a passenger side approach, especially on this area I was in, because you don't want to get on the fog line side. It's a good chance you get your fucking ass run over. So, my passenger approach, well, he's looking out his other mirror for me. He never saw me walk up to the passenger side, so I'm just standing there watching him for like a little bit. I watched this dude open his glove box, take something out of it. It wasn't a weapon or anything. I could see it wasn't a weapon, but he took something out of his glove box, and I watched him stick it under his passenger seat. So after he did that, I kind of knocked on his glass. He rolled his window down. I'm like, hey, pulled you over doing 86 and a 60. Need your driver's license, registration, insurance. Of course, his driver's license is suspended. Oh, that's my ID is suspended. What you suspended for? Oh, child support money. We also noticed this dude's got like 10 or 15 fucking just filled prescriptions, like from Walgreens to CVS something. You know how it's all sealed in the bag. It's just all just brand new, just picked them up. I look on his arm. He's got like 4 fucking bands from the hospital on there. One's a fall risk, all kind of shit. And he's like, well, I'm sorry. I just got out the hospital. I said, well, what's wrong with you? Oh, well, I've got kidney failure. He's got, I don't know, congestive heart failure. This dude was fucked. He's got all kind of fucking shit wrong with him. I'm like, okay. I said, what'd you stick under your seat? Kind of gives me that fucking shit look. I said, I was standing here and watched you do it. I said, it don't look like a weapon. What is it? Oh, well, it's my THC vape pen. All right, buddy. So you got any weapons in here? No. I said, well, reach down there and grab it. Because I wasn't where I was at. I wasn't in a position. I couldn't open the door or nothing. I said, make sure that's the only thing you come out of there with, or shit's going to get bad fast. So he pulls it out. THC vape pen. It was full, too. I was going to say, dude, you just got fucking out of the hospital and you're getting high? Oh, it helps me with the pain. I ain't heard that shit before, from a 19-year-old. They smoke weed because it helps them with their anxiety. When you're 19, the only thing you should be fucking anxious about is moving out your mama's basement. But I'm like, really, dude? Well, so I took it. I ended up just writing him his ticket. I could have arrested this dude for all for the THC pen, cartridges, the speeding. His tags were expired from Texas since March. I'm pretty sure the bosses would have fucking freaked out if I'd have brought this motherfucker in, considering he just got out of the hospital. Still had the arm braces on, so I'm like, sometimes you just gotta weigh my options. I wrote him his ticket, told him to get his shit straight. It's like, I'm like, yeah, just stay wherever you're going. It's like, yeah, but that's it. This motherfucker, that's where the pen came from. This motherfucker had just got, he hadn't been out of the hospital 3 hours. First thing he wants to do is get high. So, yeah, that, it was just great.
The blunt ain't real, but the smoke is. Take your ass to real jail then.
The funny part of it is if the motherfucker would have left the vape pen where it was at,
Probably never noticed it.
I'd have never seen it because I wasn't looking for it. I was there to pull him over for a ticket. It's called a guilty conscience, like I said before, people. Like that dude I told you that was running. I would have never seen this vape pen because it's one of the cars that had 2 glove compartments. All his shit was in the other glove compartment. If he'd have just left it where it was, I'd never known or nothing about it. So I didn't bring him to jail for it. I think them things are, if you buy the battery and the cartridges, I think it's about $100 or so. I'm not real sure. I don't buy them, so I don't know. It cost them a little money. So but that's the rest of that story. Guilty conscience will get you caught. You're just lucky, like I said, I wasn't out there for that. You got anything? You got any more stories you want to tell today, or anything else? I know it's been hot lately. This week we've been in our unit since
so wet.
That and the mandate we have in the state of Louisiana from our governor, where you got to wear a mask and every time you go into business and everything.
Yeah.
It's been heat index about 109. So if you're already sweating your ass off, and if you got to go inside somewhere it's too cool off, it's kind of hard to do with a fucking mask over your face. So we just been kind of working in our units lately. And plus it's been raining. We got quite wet the other day on a funeral. We worked for a fellow officer that passed away. It was off duty. It was not job related. It was health conditions. And Kirby lost his face shield in that one, but oh my God, we got rained on. Fuck.
Last time I saw that face shield, he was trying to stick it between his legs.
Yeah, it fucking rained. It was miserable rain. I've been in a lot of rain. That was some miserable rain, especially when you're sitting there and you're ready to go and you start to go and lightning's popping around you and it's pouring down rain.
Can't find a funeral director.
And you hear them on the radio saying, "We can't leave yet. We can't find a funeral director." I was like, motherfucker, you got to be kidding me. I'm going to die from getting struck by lightning out here and they can't find a fucking funeral director. Then we finally get out on the highway. We got to stop again. And they got the little bee stinging sideways rain because the wind's blowing like 50 miles an hour, it feels like.
Well, at least we weren't sweating no more.
No, we were beyond sweating, though.
We were wet, but we went from sweat.
And they say y'all need to stop because now they're rearranging the people in the funeral procession because this person wanted to be here. And I was like, really? We sat there for about another 8 minutes. I was almost at the point where I just put my shit in gear and drove the fuck off.
What it's about, though.
Oh, it was.
We're going to miss it, bro. Whenever we can't do it no more, we're going to miss it.
Oh, probably so. But I've got that video on Parler and Twitter also. That TikTok video I put on there. That guy was actually in that. I know him. He's was in that funeral procession with us. So if you go look at that, and you'll see the water pouring out of his boot. That was us. I had just. I was.
Oh yeah.
It was a miserable ride that day.
Yeah, I felt. By the time I got home, I felt the water in my boot all the way over my calf.
I still haven't taken a shower. I got so wet that day. I'm just joking.
I don't think
I'd be pretty stinky.
I couldn't have got any more wet if I'd have just went home and left my uniform on and laid in a full tub of water. I wouldn't have got any more wet than the water I was.
Oh, it was bad. It was bad. All right, we're going to bring this one up to a close. Maybe not as long as some of the other ones, which might make some of you people happy. I know I get a little long-winded. Y'all remember to check us out on Twitter at Motor C, Parlors at Motor Chronicles Podcast, and Facebook is MotorCop Chronicles. And our email is motorcopchronicles@gmail.com. Juan, if you send me your mailing address in the email, I will actually mail you a MotorCop Chronicles podcast sticker, since you were my first official email person. So hope y'all enjoyed the episode. We'll hit this y'all with this other little tot music. All right, y'all stop dancing, people. And
I don't eat tater tots.
No, that would be cannibalistic. You should Tater Tot. And remember, people always smile because the Iceman could always be behind you.
I'm cranking up on the throttle. This is how legends are made.